Sail with us deep into Saleh Bay on Indonesia's Sumbawa island, where we are stunned by the ultimate snorkelling adventure ever. Swimming amongst more gigantic but incredibly gentle whale sharks than we could possibly even count. Then continue riding along as we sail further west towards Lombok, from one breathtaking anchorage to another. This is Indonesia, Australia's near neighbour, yet with many parts that feel as remote as anywhere on Earth. This nation of over 17,000 islands, a melting pot of 1,300 distinct ethnic groups and cultures, is where we plan to explore. Transportation methods can be limited in these far-flung places, but we have our Dreamtime, not only our means of travel, but also our floating home. We invite you to sail along with us on our 41-year-old ketch as we set out on an adventure of a lifetime. Welcome to Season 4, Dreamtime in Indonesia.
Good morning, everybody. Well, up anchoring from Snorkelling, what a beautiful little island it is. If you ever get the chance, like we always say, you've got to visit. It is really, really spectacular. It's just something so different to what we've seen everywhere else. We're just up anchoring and props up there. We've got our anchor set and there's a fishing boat right there, so we're going to have to be very, very careful of where we go. They've come in through the night and our anchor buoy is just behind them, but we have to flake, so what we're hoping that will happen, which we're pretty sure that will, once Rob goes down and flakes, the boat will resettle with the bow into the wind and we'll just be able to come up to their stern and pull the anchor through and off we mosey. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. There's a fishing boat there. And Rahana sleeping over there.
Fortunately, the anchor popped straight up, leaving our bow a few metres clear of the fishing boat, and we were able to set off under motor in the pre-dawn light, past the foreboding Mount Tambora volcano and into Saleh Bay. We're currently sailing close hauled, about 60 degrees to the wind, and we've got some current against us. We aren't racers, we're cruisers, and we're about to tack. That's why the engine's on, because we restart the engine to give us that extra push through the tack, etc, etc. We've furled away the genoa and we've put the staysail out. So what we'll be tacking is the main and the staysail. We'll use the autopilot to do it. We're going to take 110 degrees to port. Ben and Jerry, our autopilot, our B&G autopilot, they can handle the helm. Karen's going to tack the staysail across, and I'm going to bring the main across. And what I'm using is our preventer line. I've got it on a winch, and I'm just going to ease the preventer line across. We're actually leaving the main sheet alone. We want the sail to go at the same distance onto the reverse tack. So we're going to leave it on the winch, nice and secure, and we'll just let the sail across gently with our preventer line, pull in the other one, and then we're set with the tack. Okay, so let's do this. And around she comes. Across comes the main. Staysails across. And we're really punching into it. But we have completed our tack, heading to our destination with a horrible wind angle. But the tack was successful. Be thankful for small mercies. It could take us a while to get to the anchorage today.
So we have given up on the sailing. We were tacking and it was just getting harder and harder. we were going to end up being in the anchorage at some ungodly hour. So we have turned into wind, put the sails down, and we are now motoring. We're motoring against some current, which is about a knot, and we've got 18, 19 knots on the nose. But let me tell you, the wave or the swell sea state is brilliant. That amount of wind, it's really, really good. So we're just getting on there, and now we have 9 nautical miles to go. So a couple of hours and we'll be in to the anchorage. Hopefully it's nice and calm. Tomorrow, when we sail out of here, however, we're going to have a great sail if this is the conditions we're going to have. So that's something to look forward to tomorrow after we do the whale sharks. What did I say? Whale sharks! Whale sharks! Very excited! Very excited!
The next morning we were picked up at 4 a.m. from the anchorage by our guide in a small local fishing boat. We then crossed the bay in the darkness to where the squid boats were getting ready to finish their night's work as the pre-dawn light started to make an appearance. It's the bycatch discarded by the squid fishermen that attracts the whale sharks. We've arrived out here at the squid boat at around 10 to 5 in the morning. Well, they haven't even got all their lights on, they've only got the ones close to the hull, and there are a number of wild sharks just circling. Karen's absolutely enamoured, sitting on the bow of this local boat just watching them circle, and at first light we'll get in the water with them.
Now that we're seeing them, we're not quite sure whether we want to get in the water. How do you do it?
Who's first in?
We should beat Julian. Beat Julian to the...
Forget the whale sharks. Have you got any minnow sharks?
Genuinely an experience of a lifetime. Unbelievable. So many whale sharks. Our guide was really pleased yesterday when he said, hey, there were 5 whale sharks yesterday. We couldn't even count them today. Unbelievable. We're in the water right on 6, and I thought, oh, this is cool. I can see them pretty well. But once the sun gets up, yeah, I'll get some really good footage. No. Once the sun comes up, the light gets into the water, and all the plankton and all the feed that's there for the whale sharks just makes the visibility go to rubbish. So we're so pleased that we've got the opportunity to do this. Yeah. Sumbawa. Most people have never heard of it, but this is the hotspot. Incredible.
We were so blown away this morning from our whale shark experience that we've left Saleh Bay and we've arrived up here at Moyo Island, and we haven't shot one bit of footage. The pair of us have just been reliving it totally all day in our minds. It was sensational. Oh, go and get the anchor up, mate.
I will. I shall go and get the anchor up. Hopefully.
Yeah, well.
We're not sure exactly what the anchor is sitting in. And why are we leaving, Karen?
We're at this beautiful island called Moyo, and I wanted to be here because this is the end of what I thought was our seismic journey of Tambora, which is the big volcano that exploded in 1815. And this is one of the plugs that were in the volcano, and it's a very low island, but it has this amazing waterfall. I'll put a photo up here to see it because we're not going to see it either. So I'll steal one off somebody else, I'll give them credits. And it has this amazing waterfall, and the water is being pushed up still by seismic activity, and it is creating these pools, and these pools have solidified around the edges of calcium and mud and so forth, and it has a series of pools all the way down, and it is absolutely spectacular, and that was the reason we were here. We sailed here in bad wind yesterday. No, we motored here in bad wind yesterday to actually come. We sat out last night, which was absolutely beautiful. Said it is going to be absolutely glorious tomorrow, and the wind has come up. We've had up to 20 knots and over, and we're now sitting in 12. It has died down a bit, but we are surrounded by reef. So there is no way we were going to go ashore for a 5-kilometre hike up to this beautiful waterfall without having eyes on the boat. It's just irresponsible that we would risk the boat just to go and see the waterfall. So we're going to make a 22 nautical mile hop back over to the shores of Sumbawa, and we will just stay there the night, and we will then head on off to Lombok the following day.
Excuse me while I go below and push over the big pile of anchor chain in the anchor locker.
Yes. So I think we do have a big... We anchored last night in 18 metres, so we've got quite a bit out. So that's what we're going to do. It's disappointing not to actually see this waterfall and finish the whole story of, the whole area of Tambora and Sumbawa, how it was, but that's the way it is.
I could never get enough of this old piano. crashing sound of the breaking waves down here. Now I've been sitting here most of the day. Don't know why it's so hard to tear myself away. I can almost hear the ocean talking to me, saying, what are you waiting for? When life is an open door, it will never get easier than this. It will never be more difficult to miss. So what are you waiting for? If life is an open door.
We've anchored up at a little island called Palau Kramat. Not on any of the guides or anything like that. We just had a look at the satellite imagery and went, that looks like it would be a good spot in the conditions that we've got and our forecast for the night. And it is glorious at the moment. It's left us with about 25 miles to do tomorrow to get across to the start of Lombok, but we'll be pushing a pretty strong current, so that'll be a hop, and then after that we've probably got about another 30 round to 35 or something round to Medina Bay Marina, which is our next stop for a couple of days. But this looks absolutely glorious. I think it's time to put the dinghy down, go into the beach and have a quick swim.
It would never be more difficult to miss. So what are you waiting for? Oh, it would never be easier than this. Never be more difficult to miss. So what are you waiting for? Life's an open door.
Next time, we sail on westward to Medina Bay Marina and start exploring the stunningly beautiful island of Lombok. For almost daily updates between our fortnightly episodes, and to find out what we're up to in real time, head over to Patreon and join the Dreamtime Sail virtual crew. Of course, make sure you subscribe and click the bell button so you don't miss our next episode on YouTube.